Friends, hello everyone, how are you? I'm so glad to see you again on my channel. This is Victory, and today I'll tell you about one strategy that helps me earn money, and therefore I strongly recommend you to watch this video till the end. In the description below this video, you'll find a link to my Telegram where you can ask me any questions you have, and there is also a link to my personal Telegram channel where you can find my daily trading signals published, and I also run weekly marathons to help you increase your deposit from $150 to $5,000. So this happens every week, so be sure to join this marathon and earn money with me. And in addition, if you write to my personal Telegram, you'll receive a personal link to sign up for PocketOption with a 50% gift deposit, a nice bonus, absolutely free. So now let's move on to the PocketOption and let's get started. Today we're working with Australian dollar Japanese yen currency pair. The rate is 3.8% of the deposit. We continue to use indicators: Donchian channel, stochastic oscillator, Williams indicator. What do we see from this diagram? Quotes make an alternating trend change. After reaching the local minimum of quotes rose to the middle line of the Donchian indicator, where the fixation occurred, and when there was a decline, I open a deal for a lower price movement. The bid is $350 for 1 minute. At the same time, the stochastic indicator gives a signal about the possible beginning of a downward price movement. Williams indicator also gives a signal about possible price reduction. Let's see what happens with quotes. After the opening of the transaction, the price rose slightly at the beginning and then began to rise sharply. After that, it also began to decline sharply and ended up in the area of the opening of the transaction, where its fluctuations began, while the indicator signals indicate a possible price decline. Impulse fluctuations continue, but now they're taking the price much lower than the entry point into the transaction. Such impulse movements are characterized by the fact that an impulse in one direction most often is followed by an impulse in the opposite direction, and as we can see, the sharp growth momentum at the beginning of the transaction was replaced by the same sharp drop. And there is not much time left. Yes, great, the deal was completed and we earned $322. Let's continue and look for a new entry point into the deal. Pulsive fluctuations continue, but now the momentum is going up. I open a deal for a higher price movement. The bid is $350 for 1 minute again. The Williams indicator at the same time gives a signal about a possible price increase, but the signal of the stochastic indicator indicates that the decline hasn't finished yet. So, but keeping in mind the peculiarity of impulsive fluctuations, I believe that the price will rise, and at the opening of the transaction, the price slightly adjusted downwards, and when the growth continued, and the new candle tends to grow while the fluctuations fade, and they no longer have such impulses as in the previous deal. The stochastic indicator has changed the signal to a possible increase in quotations. The price is trying to continue to grow, but rests against the resistance of the bears and sharply decreases. After that, it also abruptly begins to return, reaching at the beginning the entry point into the transaction, and when confidently breaks through the middle line of the Donchian indicator. The new candle, having opened, has grown noticeably. And we are replenishing our deposit by $322 again. Excellent! In this transaction, we successfully used impulse fluctuations to our advantage. Despite the fact that the stochastic indicator showed the opposite signal at the beginning. Wherefore, I remind you once again, when conducting technical analysis, it's necessary to carefully analyze the quotes. So remember what the choice of the entry point to the transaction without confirming signals from the indicators increases the risk probability of losing this bet. Never forget about it. So on the chart, we see that the price is growing impulsively again, and I open a deal for the price movement below. The bid is $350 for 1 minute again. I made the decision, guided also by the signal of the Williams indicator, the line of which, despite the active growth of quotations, began a trend towards a reversal. So remembering the features of pulse oscillations, stochastic didn't take into account the data of the indicator. As can be seen from the chart, after the opening of the transaction, the price decreased, but not significantly, and continuous oscillating movements in the area of the entry point to the transaction. At the same time, the lines of the stochastic indicator begin to gradually unfold. So 30 seconds pass and a new candle opens, which decreases slightly. At the same time, the oscillatory movements are preserved, but they occur below the opening of the transaction. After that, the price begins a gradual decline. There are seconds left until the end of the transaction. The decline continues. We're looking, and we earned another $322. So let's continue and find a new entry point to the deal. After an impulse decline in the price, it rebounds and it grows. The new candle continues its oscillatory movement. The impulse growth is almost immediately replaced by a sharp decline. And while I can't say with certainty where the price will go, there is a sharp increase in the price. So a new candle opens with a gap higher than the previous one, and I open a deal. The price movement is higher. The bid is $350 for 1 minute. Indicators at this moment do not give clear signals. Since the difference between the candles is quite large, I believe that the growth will continue in the near future. At the same time, I realize that the risk of losing a bet in this transaction is far from minimal. After opening the deal, the price continued to rise, but only by a few positions. A new candle after opening also grows while pushing up the border of the Donchian indicator. The stochastic indicator at the same time shows a weak signal about the possible growth of quotations, but at the same time, there are no clear signals from the Williams indicator. As can be seen from the diagram, the price growth has stopped and it started fixing on a new local maximum. Price is at a comfortable level for us. It's not long to wait for the end of the transaction. And great, we have earned $322 again. And again, the analysis of the movement of quotations brings us profit despite the ambiguous signals of the indicators. And I think that this is where our session today can end. Let's find out the result. So today, we spent only 7 minutes of real time in bidding and earned $1,288 at the same time. So, at the same time, risking the 3.8% of our deposit. I think this is a great result, don't you? And today I showed you how to make a profit from the ambiguous situation in the market, but when choosing an entry point to a deal, I strongly recommend you to carefully consider the market situation, and I advise you to definitely use this indicator because they can help you to decrease the possibility of the risk and that you can lose the whole deposit, and they could make a profit over a long period of time. So I want you to continue using these indicators because, as we have easily seen, the methods of this analysis are not complicated at all. And in the description below this video, you'll find a link to my Telegram channel where you can ask me any questions you have and you are interested in. There is also a link to my personal Telegram channel where you can find my daily trading signals published. I also run weekly marathons to help you increase your deposit, your capital, from $150 to $5,000, guys. So this happens every week, so make sure to join this marathon. And in addition, if you write to my personal Telegram channel, you'll receive a personal link which will give you 50% on your deposit absolutely free and registration on a PocketOption platform. So this is a nice bonus, don't forget to take it. So dear friends, this offer is very interesting and I hope you made the most from this video. So guys, thank you again for being with me all this time. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you will like it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and you will click the bell to make sure you don't miss everything useful and everything interesting. So that's all for today, guys. Good luck in your trading session and see you in the next one. Bye.